This motorhome is Carthago's integrated 144. It's super lightweight, it says, and let's go up and have a look at it. Right, so coming up into the van, on the left we've got the light switches. So just to demonstrate, turn the lights off. There you go. And as I'm leaving, I shall show you how to turn them off from one switch. Right, immediately under the floor we have got, look at that, fantastic. It says there central water drain, that's to the left. Look how much space there is. Double floor, deep double floor. These are things, I think, which they have moved from their sort of the really luxurious fans to their, I don't know if mid-range is the right word, because this thing here is going to start off at 87,300 euros. But so they've moved a lot of equipment from the stuff which is costing 2.5 times as much to this. Right, I'm going to stick this here in front and we'll have a quick look. So you can see gross vehicle weight 3,500. This is a 2020 version, so empty weight has not yet been decided upon, so they may actually change it. The chassis is Fiat Alco, and dimensions 7 meters long, 212 wide, 289 in height. So it's 7 meters long, 212 width, and it fits in quite a lot. Now it is integrated and it's got this bed over the cabin. As I come in, I'm now going to point out something. Now we here are inside an exhibition hall, so we call it a showroom. So it doesn't really make any difference. But one thing you don't want to do on sunny days, and today isn't particularly sunny, is to keep this thing here open. It needs, if you want to keep it dark inside and it's really sunny outside, you've got to leave a small gap for air to escape, or you leave it slightly open to above. Of course you don't want to go out with it open, otherwise that thing below is just card. You'll come back and find you haven't got anything to black it out with. I point that out because I was at an exhibition last week in roasting hot weather, over 30 degrees, and nearly all of them were closed. Now here you've got to the left of the steering wheel you have your reversing camera. You can see this is on a 6-speed Fiat. You can get it on the Autumn if you want, about 2,500. Fiat is just about to bring out a 9-speed automatic gearbox, and I'm sure it'll be available in that as well for a lot more than 2,500 euros as an option. A couple of other options I think are worth pointing out here, and they are that you see all this lovely lighting in here. Well, obviously it has to be powered by something, and as from 2020 you can, as an option, instead of a 95 amp gel battery, you can get a lithium battery instead. Of course that will be paid extra. Now on the subject of this lovely lighting, LED, they're replacing halogen headlamps with LED headlamps, which increase the range from around 90 to 120 meters, or so they say, at least in the thing that I saw anyway, that they gave us. This coffee maker thing is not only in Carthago, but in all of the brands it seems to be making an appearance. Although this one here, it doesn't drop down. On it, yeah, you've got your shore power, your hookup, and kitchen light. Turbo sink. Right, okay. So we've got a camper van style sink, but you've got, with this handy addition at the bottom. You can get some of these myself. Well, 2 anyway. Well, that you can stop the bits falling through, but the water will go through. So the drawer has been built at an angle. Also nice and deep. Bit more storage down here. I'll show what's down here as well. That's the water goes. This one's a bit awkward getting it back in again. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Now, do you think this is awkward? Would you rather it was some other way? I do like the tambour door, of course. I think that's great. As you get out of bed, you might want to leave it open so you can sort of use that space down there as well. See how the walls are here, sloping, structurally better. And skylight up here. Leave it open. Well, I quite like the way this is done, although I think I prefer a recess here. Now somebody asked me about the toilet paper, so there you go. Oh, here's something as well. Some vans have taken to having a dirty clothes basket under the sink, which is as good a place as any for it. It's got to go somewhere, like the rubbish bins. Access here, you've got to walk around a bit, and you've got a bit behind the wardrobe on either side, one of which there is a 5 amp electrical connection for your telephone, so you can charge it up in bed. And above the bed there's a nice big, well, nice big, it's a normal sized skylight. Brought the subject of bins up, then I realised I hadn't shown you where the rubbish bin is. This is another thing they've just started doing. I'm not so keen on the idea myself, but what do you think? Rubbish has to go somewhere. My van is also 7 metres long, but it seems to be much shorter than this one. I've got a bigger kitchen, but the rest of it, what I've got, seems to be, except for the table, which is about the same size, seems to be much smaller. Right, now, one thing you can do here, if you want to sort of separate the sleeping area down here, you can put, this thing goes across like that, and that's a nice room divider. Indeed, I think this room divider, simple, and it's much better than some of the more complex ones that they've started putting in the vans. It's held by this thing down here, and I think that's elegant and it's easy to use. Now, one of my pet hates is the bed above the cockpit and hitting my head on it, as I just did. Now, the bed will go backwards and forwards if more space is actually needed, and you can get an extra 30 centimeters by pushing it back. You can see here where it goes back, and you can see indeed how there are two mattresses. How the mattresses are separated. So that will give you easier, I should say, access to the wardrobes. Now, so what do you think the idea of the dressing room in there? Does it work, as there's only one separating door? Just a question. Right, so that's for the toilet. Here's the garage. 350 kilos of weight will go in there. And another thing which has been introduced from the expensive, sorry, this is expensive, but the really expensive machines is that that's the electrics are. So you've got your inverter in there, your fuse boxes and other things, and so it's an easy place to find. You can see down there that the garage is heated. Got a smaller garage entrance here. And look at all of this space down there. Access. So you can see part of down there is what I showed you earlier when I went in. There's a huge amount of space. Okay, we'll have a quick look around again.